Hello and welcome to Gartenseile. In some videos, we've shown you how to set traps for slugs. You often ask where to put the slugs. Your ideas on this are widely discussed. In this video, we'll consider what to do with the collected slugs and outline the respective pros and cons. We hope you enjoy watching. There are many ways to lure slugs into a trap. We've already shown you that in some videos. We'll link a few of them below in the video description. You often ask whether the traps also attract neighboring slugs, especially when the traps are made from banana peels or cucumbers. In fact, slugs can detect their food from a distance of up to 50 meters and can even distinguish between different types of lettuce. In one night, slugs can crawl up to 25 meters. This means that you can attract the snails with your traps from a greater distance. However, they are probably already near you because they can smell the delicious lettuce. When you set out traps, you should walk through the garden in the morning and collect the individual slugs. Especially during rainy times, many slugs can end up in the collection container. Disposing of them is now the next step. There are many considerations involved. Some of you suggest taking slugs to the forest or park, and some even say they drive several kilometers to drop them off in the woods, park, or a meadow. Since slugs can only smell up to 50 meters away, such a long transport isn't necessary. Dumping them in forests or other natural areas also poses a problem for the environment. Spanish slugs are especially common in gardens where they also have their natural enemies that primarily eat the eggs and young slugs. It is being observed that some forests are increasingly burdened with Spanish slugs. There they eat young plants, among other things. Seeds that have passed through the digestive tract of the Spanish slug are also less viable than the seeds that have been consumed by other slugs. So we can't recommend releasing the slugs into the wild. Live slugs on the compost bin. The compost bin is a feast for the slugs. There you'll find plenty of food. Additionally, the compost bin is often used by slugs for laying their eggs. This way, you can later distribute the eggs along with the compost in your gardens. To prevent them, you should move the compost bin in the fall to expose the eggs. To kill snails with salt, sprinkle salt on the snails. It removes their moisture and liquid. This leads to a painful death. That's why we advise against this method. In general, you shouldn't sprinkle salt on the ground either, as it harms the environment and can be detrimental to other animals and your plants. Killing slugs with boiling water. Boiling water is said to be a quick and effective method of killing them. However, it has been observed that vineyard snails show stress reactions when they are placed alive into boiling water. It's hard to estimate how long the suffering of a slug lasts. However, it will be shorter than with vineyard snails, as the slugs are smaller and cannot retreat into their shells. Cutting slugs in half. Many gardeners cut the slugs in half with scissors. You can also use a spade if that feels more comfortable for you. To minimize suffering as much as possible, the slugs should be cut in the front third. Most of the organs, along with the nervous system, are located there. Stunning slugs. If you want to kill slugs as humanely as possible, you can stun them by placing them in beer for about 10 minutes. You can find a detailed video on humanely killing slugs down in the video description. Where to put the killed slugs? The killed slugs also need to be disposed of somehow. For example, they can serve as bait for more slugs as they are scavengers and are magically attracted to their dead companions. Theoretically, you can also dispose of the dead slugs in the compost bin. However, you also have to expect that other slugs will be attracted there. Other options for disposing of the dead slugs would be the organic waste bin or regular household trash. You see, it's complicated when you have too many slugs in the garden. The best thing to do is to design your garden in a way that is close to nature, to attract natural predators into your garden. Additionally, you can protect your salads and young plants in various ways. A video about that, you can also find that in the video description. How do you dispose of the slugs you've collected? Feel free to let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this little video. If so, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. If you are a fan of the written word and are interested in gardening, feel free to check out our gardening magazine at www.gartenseile.de. Until next time.